Thanks for spoken on the phone.
Yeah, thanks for coming up. Good. Yeah, good.
I wanted to ask you just first of all about Xavier. It seemed like it kind of took him a while to get going a little bit. Didn't really start playing until he got that first bucket. Is that kind of a constant struggle with him to sort of get him going early?
You know what? I think that with him and Eli Holman and Chase Simon, I think they haven't played a lot of basketball, so it's kind of a transition. So I think we've got to be patient with them, just kind of finding the rhythm after being out all last year. They were just practice players pretty much.
Haskins and Holman, sort of in the second half, having them out on the floor together, is that something you've been working on? Is something that maybe you're liking, sort of them working?
Well,
high
you know
post,
what? The thing with Hoskins, he's a freshman, and Eugene Blue broke his hand, so that puts John in position to be our first post. So he took advantage of the minutes tonight, which is really good to see.
Eli finishing around the rim. I mean, that would be 24 points. It seemed like a lot of it was on second chances. Is that something that, again, just him kind of getting back in the rhythm of being in that game atmosphere?
Well, you know what? Really, he's not a proven scorer. His strength is more. He's going to be rebounding, and we think he'll be able to block some shots. And I think the scoring, he's just growing into that. But I thought he showed great potential to be a big scorer for us because he has great hands, and he's 250 pounds and he can move.
Got an extended look at some of your other guards tonight, Chase and Lamar, without Woody there tonight. Your impressions? I mean, Chase obviously having a great night.
You know what? He really found a nice rhythm, and he has the ability to make tough shots, and he can create offense, and that's something that we didn't have last year on the perimeter, especially with his size. I mean, you saw him slashing as well as shooting the ball on the perimeter, catch and shoot threes. So it was a good first game for you.
Curtis obviously going down with the injury, obviously kind of the worst possible scenario, but it seemed like while he was in there, I mean, kind of a glue guy maybe.
You know what? I thought he really opened up the second half. The first half by getting those threes to go down and play with a certain level of confidence and comfort.
Talk a little bit about Donovan and Curtis, the first guards coming off the bench, connecting on a few alley-oops. Kind of seem to have good chemistry. Is that something that you're going to look at, bringing them both in together?
Well, I think I sure hope so. I hope that really it's too early. We haven't decided on the starting lineup. You saw we started different guys the second half, and we're trying to look at different combinations right now early in practice and again tonight. So guys are just trying to find their identity, and coaches are trying to evaluate who can do what, and that's kind of what we're looking at right now. It's just who's going to be able to perform when the lights are on.
You talking about 34 free throws? That's still going to be an issue this year?
Well, it's something that we've got to really work at, along with conditioning. I think that the first game jitters, and I think there was some anxiety out there with the guys. But it's nice to be able to get there 34 times, and I think we'll get better.